Well, welcome everybody. This is Mystic Muse Online, a metaphysical chat show. So glad everybody could join us today. We're looking forward to an exciting show. Going to be a little cut short a little bit today, maybe about 45 minutes as I got things to go. You can see I got my dress clothes on, so to speak. So anyway, welcome. I am David Shepard Love.
Hi everyone, I'm Deborah Christie Love, and beautiful day here in sunny Arizona. I think we hit triple digits this week here, 99 today by 4 o'clock, so getting nice and warm and beautiful here. Actually, I hear it is even up in Canada since I talked to Canada today, and they are getting a beautiful spring this year, actually hotter than most other years for this time of year, so all is good. And we have a show for you today, and it may be a little short, as David said. He's heading out to do a ribbon cutting ceremony for another business opening in Camp Verde.
Yep, they're keeping me hopping this time of year, so kind of nice to get back in the microphone in my hand again and do a little stage work. So looking forward to that. And so I'll be the MC for that, and today I'm your MC for the metaphysical chat show that we like to produce every week. This is a weekly show, always at 1 o'clock in our time zone, which I believe is Mountain Standard Time. And you see we already got a few viewers there, so if you'd like to introduce yourself by name, or always more importantly, to ask a question or make a comment, and that really helps us out a lot during our show to keep it flowing. And really the show is about all you guys watching, not just about the two people in front of the camera. So please send in those questions. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, so much going on energetically here. As always, it's not letting up, and it's not going to let up until, we hit that breaking point, and the energy is really ramped up. The Schumann resonance is really up there every day. We're spiking high numbers. The geomagnetic storms and solar flares are just off the charts as well. So we are being bombarded, so you may be feeling tired, having a lot of those symptoms ringing in the ears. A lot of sinus pressure. I've heard that one over and over just in the last few weeks. It's sinus pressure, sinus headaches, even allergy symptoms, but it's more the pressure thing that's going on for a lot of people. And even people that's not a normal thing. I've had that off and on most of my life, but for some people they haven't, so it's kind of a new thing. The appetite changing. Some days you're hungry, other days you don't want to look at food, and it goes back and forth. So if we're lucky, we lose a couple pounds. If not, don't worry about it. Just, try and do what's good for your body and eat those organic things. And just, even if you don't get organic, I mean, sometimes that can be very pricey, but I find that just try to stay away from too many of the frozen items, too many of the prepackaged things, and just buy fresh vegetables and cook things that are natural and actually whole foods. So I think that makes a huge difference for us.
Yeah, very important to keep our vibration high. The Earth is being bombarded with cosmic energy right now. This is 5D energy, really bombarding this whole region of the galaxy and beyond as we move more steadfastly into the Aquarian age. The influence of that really started back in the 60s or even before then, but now ever since the Mayan calendar fulfilled itself in 2012, we've I want to say tripled, but it's probably more like 100-fold the energy of what it was just a few years before that. So keep your consciousness high, avoid terrible things like state media. I think that those are some of the biggest killers on earth, demoralizing people and making us feel like that there's no hope for our earth, when really it's just the opposite. There's great hope abounding for our earth as we turn our earth, take our earth back into the garden state. with free energy and all good things being free, and all things that would seek to dumb us down or to weaken us or even kill us, all of that's going to be disappearing. So very exciting times that we're living in, but with due diligence, it's up to us to act as the center, be that God or goddess, and move grandly forward without great distractions from all of these outside sources that would seek to really bring us just the opposite of that.
It's true. I think, we're all human. We go up and down. There's days we get a little down seeing things that we hear are going on, and we have to just let it go. We have to know that there is a divine plan going on, and energetically things get shaken up before they, look better to us, and it will happen. It's just a matter of time, but it is speeding up. Manifestations happening faster. So when you get down and you feel drained, take time to rest if you can. And more so than rest, take time out. Take time out from too many activities, too many contacts with other people, and just have more alone time for a day or so until you feel more positive. That way you're avoiding bringing yourself further down, and really you can recoup by doing that. Take more time to meditate, more time to read uplifting articles and books, etc. There's so much out there, and that will lift your spirits back into wanting to contact people again. It's okay to have a day or two off. We don't have to always be on social media. We don't always have to be talking to our family. Days off are great, and in fact very healing for all of us.
Yes, we do want to find some time for ourselves. All the sayings, since like forever, it says, love yourself first, and then after you get a great love connection there, then we're going to be more suited to be out with other people. And a lot of times that requires just getting to know ourselves, finding those quiet spots, turning off the social media and other distractions, especially things like TV, and things that would lower our vibration. So once we do that, we're going to be doing a lot better. It's recommended for even if you're in a partnership and you find of course you want to be with that person a lot. Well, it's also important to find some alone time, find some separate activities so that you can get off into your own space and start to know yourself a little bit better, and maybe meditate during that time, listen to some correct frequency music, and I don't know how much it is really out there, except for the
There's lots
where there is, but I find it very operatic or not so.
Oh, meditative music.
Yeah, meditative. I'm thinking like maybe go back into the '60s music or the '70s before they changed all the harmonics up.
No,
on
they changed
that.
it back in the 40s.
Well, they changed it, but this is true. But there was still much more positive music back then, short of the harmonics, which that doesn't consciously affect me a whole lot.
You can look up 528 music and actually have music. Any music that's written can be put into better frequencies, and there's new artists out there that are doing that. I know Emmanuel had his CD, all modern music, but put into 528 hertz, so it can be done, and I think over time it will be done, and we'll get back to those really healing frequencies, the 432, 528, 417. There's so many of them out there, and I may post up a list on Mystic Muse after this, because I just found a really great list that lists about 10 of the frequencies and the specific healings that are allotted to those vibrations. So it's all out there, and we just have to look for it. But it really changes you. Just listening to it for half an hour or an hour is really great. And I kind of like the background ones that you can just put on and go about your stuff at home and have it playing in the background, because that frequency is good. Not only good for you, it's good for your house plants as well. It's good for everything, and it just changes the whole vibe of your home. So.
Okay. And I think we want to get into our energy reading of the week, find out where our listening audience is going to be directed. We like to pick one card out of a different deck every week, and this will be the card for whoever happens along to view this show, either in the live production or also in the numerous replays that we have in places like YouTube and Facebook and the like.
This is a big deck.
Okay, and I will show the, this is our Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue.
And Radley Valentine.
And this is the cover picture for that. So lots of fairy energy today. We're going to take a fantasy drive today, it looks like. Anything falling out there?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll pick one out then.
Let's see. I like when it comes out of the deck.
Okay, well,
Oh,
we'll have
and
to find another subject.
I got two. I've got two today, so let's see what we've got. Maybe you can do one and I can do one. Okay, there you go.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have the Six of Spring, and this is the back of the deck. Really beautiful Six of Spring card here, and really amazing unicorn on this card. Wonderful news is on the way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. Wonderful card for this time. As I said, that energy is changing, and one of the ways it's changing is that people that have had a negative agenda, that are all about money, that are not in their fields to help people, those things are not going to be successful anymore. They are already crumbling and falling apart. And finally, the people that are out there for the good of humanity, to really help people, that care about their clients, their patients, others, whatever line of work you're in, those people are going to be rewarded. They're going to get busy. They're going to be successful. And it's like the tides are turning now. So that energy is flipping. And this is a wonderful sign of that. Six of Spring. And the unicorn. Unicorn is a wonderful symbol of purity and pure love, divine love. And it's all about your dreams coming true. So look forward to that. And that's what's on the way.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with this deck. This is called Ten of Autumn, which doesn't tell me much. I know it's autumn in the other hemisphere of the earth, whereas it's still spring here for a few more weeks. Take steps to ensure your financial security with children and loved ones, making wise investments, or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. Okay. Well, when I was a very young guy, well, I'm still young, but when I was earthly age, young, I did decide a long time ago not to put all my investments into my retirement, and here I am in retirement years. So maybe I wish I would have done that, but my faith has always been that I am provided for, as are everybody else. If you believe, then you will receive. So if you are the kind to make plans for financial security, I think that's great. I mean, money's just energy anyway. So if you want to stick some of that aside for a rainy day, then I think that's a good thing. Keep the faith. The earth is changing all around us. I believe that before too long, Nasara and other programs like that will come along and either reduce our debt or eliminate the debt for, things like college debt, household debt, car debts, etc. That's one of the great killers on earth, as they are attempting to turn us all into slaves. So once that goes away, the planning for retirement will be pretty much every day of your life, because you won't need to plan. Everything will be provided for you, and we won't need to be slaving away as we go. So, but in the meantime, be a wise investor of what you do have, be great stewards of the earth, whether that's with your money, your time, or your devotions. Just put it in places that speak to your heart, and if it doesn't feel right in your gut, the chances are it's not right out in the field either. So look at everything, maybe do some muscle testings, run it through your heart chakra, and find out if this financial investment in this case is the right choice for you.
Great. That's a nice deck. I don't know why I was guided to do that one. I don't think we've done it before. That's the deck we actually put out on our counter in the shop over there, and people can have pick a free card just on their trip in to see us, and it's kind of fun to leave it out like that. So gets a lot of attention there. So what else is next? I don't know if there's any big news around here. I do wanted to say that my book, this is my book, There Is Love, My Near-Death Experience and Beyond. And this book is on Kindle. It's on sale starting tomorrow. For 3 days will be 99 cents. And for another 3 to 4 days will be $1.99. So it is on sale, very inexpensive over on Amazon. And just thought I would let you guys in on that.
Well, and speaking of our shop over there, you can almost look out the window off to our right, that direction. I don't know if right or left on your screen, and it's kind of nice on the service room. You can actually see our Mystic Muse writing there, which is a reversed imagery, but is showing up forward on your screen. So that's a nice planned bonus that we never really planned, but divine providence helped guide us. And immediately across from that is our retail shop. We offer quite a few different things: books, crystals, and just about everything new age over there. So if you get a chance to visit us down here in the heart of Camp Verde at 365 Main Street, right in the Main Street Studios. We're located in the back there, and not only do we have a wonderful retail shop over there, we have our services over here on this side, where we do psychic readings, Reiki, past life regressions. That's where we have our classes, our drumming circles, etc., etc. Always expanding, looking for new ideas and networking opportunities.
It is very cool. I think I was going to maybe show them our new addition to the room here that is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Well, see if
you
I can do that without destroying the whole set here. There we go. Just found this really cool sheet for the Reiki table, and goes really well with our background. Oh, and there we go. Sorry about that. Goes really well with our background that we already have, and really adds to the room as well. Okay, let's go. Let's get fixed and straighten back up. And I was ready to do something different like that and pick up our camera, but there we go. I think we're a little bit out there. Yeah, we're back to normal.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Kind of there. We actually spent several minutes just getting the right camera angle and everything lined up. So I hope our cosmic Reiki sheet was worth it.
Well, it just is a big change in this room, and I think it's really neat. So all those things are, add to it all. So as you were saying, we have several things in the store over across the way as well. We have so many things that are there to help you with relaxation, like incense and crystals and different things that help to calm you in meditation, etc. And yeah, we hope that all our friends, especially the ones in the area, will come down and have a look.
And if you're planning a trip to the lovely Sedona area, which it literally gets millions of people, I guess it's millions. At least if you go there on a Saturday or Sunday, you'll be thinking it's millions, because the massive traffic jams, congestion on every corner, a beautiful place with all their dozens and dozens upon dozens of different shops and so forth. And of course the views are just amazing.
They are.
And located just 30 minutes away from there is Camp Verde down in the Verde Valley, and this is our metaphysical store located in this area. So if you want to beat the crowds and not do that, I've seen so many people on Facebook and different social medias that are heading this way up to Sedona. They got their lovely pictures and everything, and I'm sending invites to all of them to just detour a little bit off the freeway. We're really like 3 minutes off the highway that you have to cross to even get to Sedona. So a beautiful place here in Camp Verde. You know, Verde stands for green, and in Spanish, so an ideal place to live in. I just was doing some research a couple of days ago, and it turns out that there's only one city in all of Arizona that has the word Verde in it. So I found that very interesting, because green, of course, is the center of the rainbow. It's also our heart chakra, which is the center of our being as well. So green, or Verde, does carry a lot of energetic connection, and this will be the new frontier, shall we say, as we expand metaphysical energy into this whole region. It's very exciting times we're living in.
The other really cool thing about Camp Verde is that we are really about another maybe 30 miles from the exact center of the state of Arizona. We are smack dab in the very center, which is funny because often this area gets referred to as northern Arizona, but it's really not northern Arizona. We are central, right in the center. In fact, the town motto is in the center of it all. So it really is exactly in the center. I mean, Phoenix is considered southern Arizona, but Phoenix is really, what, an hour and a half away at the most.
Yeah, south of us, yeah.
So we are really right central in the middle. So that's another unique centering that we have happening here, just by coincidence, I guess. There's no such thing, but put right in the center of Arizona.
Well, and again, works perfect with the green word, or Verde word, because that's the very center of us. It's the center, geographical center of Arizona, and so there's a lot of symbolic connections there. You know, Arizona is, abbreviation is AZ, which is the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. And interestingly enough, its anniversary is in 1912, but it was also on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So lots of really neat connections. As Arizona comes from a word that means little spring. It's a native word from the people of this region. So lots of really neat connections here. Phoenix, of course, is the bird who rose from the ashes to be reborn again in its full glory. And you know, I'm from Tucson myself for 45 years, and I've always looked at the word Tucson as to see sun, if you break apart the lettering there. So lots of really neat symbolic connections wherever I go, and it's nice to be back in Arizona, where I can actually be in the center of it all once again.
And I love the AZ thing too, because for me, AZ, this state has everything, and it's not kidding when it has that abbreviation, because we have mountains, we have rivers, we have forests, we have cactus, we have deserts, we have everything here that is imaginable, and within an hour's drive sometimes you can hit so many of these different aspects, because here it's all about the altitude. And we can go up to Flagstaff, which is an hour away, and that is at, I think, 7,000 feet, if I'm not mistaken. Sedona is about 5,000 feet, and down here we're about 3,200 feet here. So that changes the temperature, it changes the scenery, it changes the amount of trees that we have. So we can drive literally an hour and go from this hot desert climate here to where the rivers are, to up in the mountains where there is thick pine forest and much more variance in temperature, much cooler temperatures up there. So within that hour, it's quite amazing the different things that you can see. In fact, you can do that trip and not even believe the change in temperature, even to Phoenix and back. You know, we went there in, I think it was March, and quite a bit hotter there, and get back here and go, yeah, this is like a different day here. So it's all very unique terrain here.
Very true. Especially in the wintertime, it can be very calm here. It's say in the 70s Fahrenheit, and you can go just an hour away up to Flagstaff and be in one of the larger ski ranges in the whole region, where the temperatures are going to be down below freezing. So, that's just an hour's drive.
That's true. They get a lot of snow there, and we get virtually zero. Yay! We get very, very little, nothing to speak of.
So I see our viewers are being a little shy today. Just a couple hopping in and out. Still haven't got any names or faces or comments. So we're looking forward to the first thing, so we don't spend too much time rambling about weather and different things, and get a little more focused on metaphysics today.
I got a reminder of a message I got actually many years ago, is that with all the structure crumbling right now, including a lot of the medical systems, and I mean people, rightly so, are just losing faith in that system anymore, because the truth is coming out. You know, we've been kind of played for money making big pharma, and there's a real movement. There's been a movement in the last several years to get back to holistic medicine, to get back to nature, to get back to plant-based medicine, get back to energy medicine, like the hypnosis, like the Reiki, like so many modalities out there. You know, there's too many to mention. I do the emotion code. What else is there? I mean, there is acupuncture. There is just so many different things out there that people will be turning to. So if you're into the holistic business and things right now, don't give up, because I got reminded big time this week that it was years ago I got the message, when this crumbles, when this system crumbles, when people give up hope on big pharma and that goes away, where are they going to turn? They are going to be turning to people that have been in the holistic business for a while. They're going to start coming to us and needing the pain relief, needing new ways to heal themselves, needing the nature-based energy medicines that we can offer them. And yeah, I heard it from someone else that got the message, and I thought, oh my gosh, I got that message years ago, and it's just now starting to show up in my life, but it is happening.
Yes, very exciting times that we're living in, and it is true. People are turning to more holistic practices more than ever. The pharmacies, they have always failed us, but people are becoming more conscious as this conscious belt of energy sweeps the earth right now. People are becoming awakened to the lies that are out there, and as they do, they're going to be turning more towards holistic practices and modalities. And with that, we'll become more and more people in the holistic practices. So I know a lot of our listening audiences have a recollection towards being a healer or other modalities. So, you know, keep the faith right now. The masking is starting to go away a little bit, and people are merging and finding a way that they can get out of their houses and out of their shells and get some more healing into their lives. They know that the old system has failed them, and made very apparent by this last fiasco of trying to take over the earth, which I don't think we're over yet in their takeover, but we'll see what Plan B and C are. But whatever it is, it's just going to be another fiasco, because only truth and love and light can never be built upon a foundation and principle, whereas so many of these other things are built upon lies and mistrust and fear. So that really can't stand for very long at all. So all you holistic practitioners out there, the business is going to be better than ever, and even there'll be more practitioners coming aboard, because I think that down at the root of it all, we're our greatest healers, and we'll find a way to heal ourselves.
Well, I mean, energy medicine is all about getting the boost of energy from a channeler, basically. Reiki is channeling that energy, that universal life force. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't be alive. So we all heal ourselves, but we do need a boost from time to time. And there's nothing wrong with having someone else do that for you. But your body does its own healing always. And we have to be wary of mainstream medicine, where I've heard cases, so many cases, where doctors give out prognoses that are not positive. You know, I've heard people say that their doctor told them, well, this just never gets better. This needs surgery. This can never heal. Terrible things like that, and people don't understand that that's almost a form of hypnosis. People that go to doctors put them up on this higher level and will believe things that just slip right into their subconscious mind. So being told something that's negative like that will take root if you're not vigilant and go, wait a minute, no, that's a lie. I'm not accepting that. And do not accept anything that says you cannot heal. Your consciousness created your entire body. So your consciousness can heal pretty much anything that comes along. And do not feel that there's otherwise out there, because our subconscious mind can actually rewire our DNA. Our conscious mind can be controlled by our conscious mind through hypnosis, through self-hypnosis, and we can rewire our body, raise our vibration, and continue to heal things that are quite miraculous, and that the doctors out there wouldn't even understand, because they only look to their textbooks, and they haven't opened their mind wide enough to understand that everything in this universe is actually possible. So never give up hope.
Sounds good. You want to grab my cards over there in the drawer?
Mm-hmm.
It's about time for a Rainbow Bridge card. Let's see what they can do. We've had a few repeats. Someday I gotta get this organized, but always random and always in the right order. So this particular card says the flow of the natural rainbow from 1 to 3 to 4. Well, we all know that there are 7 colors in the rainbow, so kind of an interesting number. The word 7 is used throughout many of the metaphysical studies and lights. It says that the earth was created in 7 days, and of course there are 7 days in a week, but there's also 7 notes of music, and we do have 7 chakras. This blending of the 3 and the 4, the 3, you're the artist here, the 3 primary colors and the 4 secondary colors blend perfectly together and all come from a single white light. So thus we get the connection to the 1, the 3, and the 4. You'll notice the rainbow equation directly over our shoulders here. That is a really wonderful study, a very deep study of how the rainbow flows with sacred geometry. And no matter what you're looking at on this particular set, any of the 7 components, you're going to find that the 7 colors of the rainbow flow, 3 and 4, that they always align to the color next to it. So in a very real sense, this is not a man-made equation, but simply a nature-made equation, which is what gives it its power and why it's reflected in so many different places, like Revelation chapter 4, Ezekiel 1, and the cube city of God, or even 666, or the zodiac. All of that's written into the rainbow study, the rainbow prophecies, and they're well worth your time to delve deeply into. If you're a lover of the rainbow, I'm sure you will love the Rainbow Connection, the book, over 40 years in the study, and tens of thousands, eons of time in coming together at this magnanimous moment in the here and now. So feel free.
It's true. I am an artist, and I love all colors, and I've had so many times over the years, I'm sure you have in your life as well, people would say, well, what's your favorite color? And it's like, well, that depends on my mood and the day and what shades I'm looking at the time and all these things. So I can't just pick one color. There's 7 colors, and then there's black and white and brown, but there is also shades of those colors, and those shades go into the, probably the thousands or hundreds of thousands of shades out there. So just way too hard to pick a color, and as I said, it depends on the mood and the day and the timing and what I'm looking at the time. So it's just too beautiful to choose one.
Well, everybody should have their color preferences for sure. The rainbow equation is a little bit, more precise than that. Again, it's not really a man-made decision, so we don't take our time to decide if we like the yellow or the blue better. We just know that the green is in the center of the yellow and the blue, that type of energy, knowing that there's always an alignment. Unique thing about human consciousness over some of our fellow animal creatures, and I don't know if this is really true or not, but that humans can align the colors of the rainbow, that they know that the green flows some yellow and blue, whereas perhaps if you're a dog or a cat or colorblind, as rumored that those creatures may be, they're not able to differentiate which color goes in the correct order. So it took human consciousness or higher evolved consciousness. I'm sure dolphins and other advanced creatures like that can see the colors and even put them in order. It's that putting in order that helped create the rainbow equation, the rainbow matrix, and at the end of the day, there's an actual formula or simple math that shows that all the colors, even whether you're flowing from the exact opposite of a sphere or a tetrahedron, energetically, the rainbow's going to connect those colors with you because of these 7 colors flowing in a natural order upon them.
That's awesome.
A little spill about the rainbow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many connections, and that's why your book is called The Rainbow Connection, because the connections between the white light dividing into the colors is really about all manifestation. Color is just one aspect of manifestation, and your book covers so many other manifestation aspects. We are manifestations of the rainbow. That's why we have that white light breaking into the chakras. But so is everything. Everything around us is part of that energy of the white light. The white light is the life force. It is the love. It is the really all-in-one, and we are just part of that all-in-one. And so your book covers a lot of the connections about manifestation and how it breaks down from the smallest idea or beginning thought form into how it becomes something solid in 3D. And I think that's an important book, and I think is really almost like a textbook, a great textbook for especially the children coming up today in this new energy. So it will be big in the future.
Well, we can only, I've already been shown that it will be, that of course that time is divine time, so it's hard to put that into a chronological time. However, there is a tremendous value and information there. It does explore the metaphysical connection. I'm sure most of us to start delving deep into this subject. There's a plethora of information about it, but very few people really get it down to brass tacks and keep it simple. They tend to put a lot of symbology and other things that make it more confusing, whereas the book is written in such a way that it does explain these great metaphysical truths, whether we're talking about dimension or creation or manifestation or even the power of time, and how that connects with synchronicity into our lives. All of that has gone into with great detail and simplicity within the pages. I think it's about 280 pages with over 75 color illustrations to help guide not only the novice but the expert in this study of metaphysics. A book that is placed in the right time and in the right place for the people of Earth.
Well, you know, these things usually come out ahead of time, and it takes people time to catch up, and it's just like, you know, that's how the plan falls into place. You know, people get located, relocated, etc., get put into the right place at the right time, and you know, it takes a while for the whole thing to flourish and to do what it's supposed to do. And having the books written and in place, you know, how many books got really famous after, you know, long after the author passed away. You know, they didn't get to enjoy the fame and fortune, but their information was invaluable and their efforts were invaluable, and that's why they came here. That was their purpose, their mission. And you know, we all contribute in our own way with our own gifts, and we're all unique. So and I was hearing something about that this week. Oh, that book that I just read, that old book that I found on our bookshelf that you read a long time ago. What was that called? Illusions.
Illusions by Richard Bach.
Amazing,
Great book.
amazing little book, and so many.
Adventures of the Reluctant Messiah, by the way.
That's right. Yes. So many messages in that are so major, and one of the messages, believe it or not, in that book was about not doing things for the audience. It doesn't matter if you have an audience for what you're doing. It really matters that you love what you're doing, and that you're doing it for the end effect, for putting it out there because you love doing it, and because that was your mission and that's what you felt compelled to do. And the audience will always come later. It will always be there, whether it's when you see it or not. And we often don't know. You know, we toss that stone in and those ripples go out, and we don't know where they will end. But it just grows and grows. And so that was one of the messages in that amazing book. Highly recommend that.
Yes, Illusions, Adventures of the Reluctant Messiah by Richard Bach, also author of the Jonathan Livingston Seagull, completely different book. That book, more popularized, Illusions, is a great book for the beginner metaphysician. And with those words, I think we got to wrap up the show. We're going to be at 45 minutes today. And I want to thank our listening audience there. Y'all have been pretty quiet over there, so hopefully we wasn't rambling too much. We just want to get our promotions in right now. And do you want to start, or do you want mine?
Yeah, sure. Well, like I said, you know our Facebook page is Mystic Muse. Our shop is down here in Camp Verde, and our books are on Amazon, and they are on our website at mysticmuseonline.com. And this is my book, There's Love, My Near-Death Experience and Beyond, on sale starting tomorrow at 99 cents for Kindle. And this is my CD, Love Will Find a Way. This is 8 channeled songs of wonderful messages that Spirit gave me, and gave me the music with them, which was very helpful. And hope you'll enjoy those. They are also on YouTube. So, yeah, just look us up by name or by Mystic Muse, and all that info is there. My blog is deborahchristilove.wordpress.com.
Oh, I see now the listeners are starting to show up. With even comments, we'll welcome Fiona. I see Eric just popped up too. Just as we're doing our final credits, we apologize for cutting our show a little bit shorter today. I do have a 2 o'clock appointment I need to get to in 15 minutes, and I got to drive. So anyway, my book that we've referenced many times, The Rainbow Connection, Gen Z and the Universal Language of Light, a great read if you want to learn all about the rainbow, perhaps more of a textbook for the beginner as well as the advanced. Wizard of Oz, children's book, Journey into the Rainbow Self, and Love Illuminations, Aquarian Age, Word of Spiritual Freedom, 150 writings written when I was in the ashram back in the 80s. So lots of good reads there. Look that up on Amazon under David Shepard Love. That will lead you to all of these great works. Or Deborah Christie Love, you can also connect as well. So thank you all for being here. You've been a great audience, a little quiet, but we always appreciate knowing that you're there for us, and we'll be here next week at the same time, same place.
Thank you, everyone.